What's up, guys? How we doing this evening? So what we got planned is a little bit of hardcore WoW, level 43 warrior on Doom Howl. We're gonna do some quests in the Dust Wallow. How y'all doing this evening? Anyone doing something cool or fun? Or anyone just got anything to say? How's your day? How's life? What are you up to? You working out? I am. Oh, not this server. Yeah, so I did legs today. We did squats at not too much weight. Recently I've been focusing more on reps. When I do reps, I just feel the pump and the muscle tear a lot more than as if I, try to load on a bunch of weight. How do you guys feel about that? I've had a couple of conversations about that before. Some people just like loading up a bunch of weight. I mean, I've done it. But we did legs, some normal squats, calf raises. We did obliques too. I'm actually curious. Do any of y'all do oblique workouts? Like, what I mean is grab the 45s or just like whatever weight and then just like flexing the obliques while holding the weights. Oh, let me turn my bit rate down for a second. I've been having some, I don't know, I guess it's connectivity issues. Because it says it's like a little bit too high or something. So we'll try 5800. Actually, does anybody know about that? Because like, let's see. My computer should be able to, but when I have it at 6,000, then my bit rate bounces up to like over 6,000 for some reason. I'm not sure why that's the case. Maybe that's why I get see I put it at 5,000, 5,800 or something like that now. And like I literally just saw it for a second bounce up to 7,000, but now it's at 6,000. I've seen it at 5 something, so I literally have no clue. But it is saying excellent, so that is a good thing. But yeah, been pretty busy lately. Just not too much streaming. I mean, that's the end goal. Pumping out a lot of content, just almost too much, I think, for the YouTube algorithm to handle. So I'm starting to learn about these different social platforms. What in the world? So it just went up to 6,000. Now it's fair. So, I mean, it did get a little bit better. So I guess we will try to mess with it a little bit more here. Output. Let's see what happens when we do this. So we'll go to 5,500. Maybe it can like just stabilize it and like keep it where we want it to be. Well, what is this? In the world. Oh. The bit rates. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, now back at excellent. I think So I think it needs to sit under 6,000 even when it fluctuates and it goes up. Because sometimes it'll, like, so whatever you have it at doesn't mean that's the highest it's going to be, right? It could just get like higher than that. So you put it lower and then it's still going to go up. But 60 frames a second, that's pretty good. I wonder what I'm gonna have to do about my memory, like the storage, because I'm recording a lot of videos, and my dumbass, no, we didn't sell any of them, but we did get the bot banned. But my dumbass didn't. Well, at first, you know, this is my first time doing this stuff, like video editing and even recording, really, like actual videos. So like, I would just save a bunch of stuff at random places, no organization, no folders. Like I'm not fully good at it. I'm getting a little bit better at that, but and then I don't know like where the stuff is even stored and like what's the process for that. Like what do people do? Is it in my RAM stick? If it's in my RAM, do people just keep all the footage and then just save that and just buy a new RAM stick, or probably delete the most useless stuff that's on there, save the completed versions until that fills up, which I'm probably take a lot longer, I'm guessing. But I literally have no clue. I don't even know how full my thingy is right now. Alright, so the bitrate's pretty good. It's kind of staying. So when I have it at 5500, it looks like it's bouncing to max like 5900. Okay. But yeah, how's y'all's day going? What y'all do? What y'all getting into? What y'all up to right now? Right now, I am. Okay, so I planned on streaming today, but then I planned on not streaming because I don't know if anyone knows about OnlyFans. There was a duel that happened today, so I wanted to get a video out on that. So that was impromptu, strike while the iron's hot type of thing. And so I did that. That took a few hours. And then my original plan, I did a tier list on OnlyFans, ranking them based on personality and gameplay. And so I finished that one as well. And then so I was supposed to stream after just doing that, but then I said fuck it anyways. We'll do some hours, see if we get some cool people in the chat, maybe want to talk a little bit. I'm pretty excited. Some of the videos I think are cool. The dual one, I pretty much just did a service for people on that one. And like, you know how you'll like watch a video and then it's got all this like extra fluff shit and you're like, damn man, I just want to get to the good stuff, the juice. So I just edited everything to make it go straight to, there's some quests here I need to pick up. They're like little things on the ground. just straight to the fights. So if people don't, because like in total with like the intro and everything that they went through, the lead up for the fight, it was like 3 hours. So with my video, you can watch it all. If you skip, I mean, 2 parts I talked. One part I talked for 30 seconds, and then at the end, I think I talked for like 30 seconds. If you skip those, you can get the whole fight in 10 minutes as opposed to 3 hours. Where are these little things? That I remember doing this before, and they're like kind of hard to find. See, look how small that is. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure it's like free XP. I don't really remember having to do anything. Like it's gonna be something dumb and small like that. Something like freaking tiny. I think there's like something like around the back, or I don't fully remember. Oh, is it that? No. I think if I read this thing, bring the blackened iron shield. Oh, so it's gonna look like a shield, I'm guessing. Oh, there it is. Should probably read it first, huh? Suspicious prints. Yeah. Prints. Where are they at, though? Is the thing here. At the Shady Rest Inn. I mean, yeah, we're at the inn here. So, footprints would be like, you'd think, towards a pathway, bam. Alright. Yeah, see, look, they're all like pretty hard to find. Like, I think about that sometimes, like in this game specifically. Like, imagine have first been played this back when it came out in 2006 with no add-ons. Like, I mean, it honestly sounds way more fun because you're literally just figuring everything out on your own. And that's, honestly, it's way more fulfilling and satisfying. Because it's like, and I mean, really, at the end of the day, what do you even play this game for? I mean, if you played enough, you realize it's really just for satisfaction. And if you, so the bitrate got to fair again, so we're going to try to go a little bit lower. So we'll do that. See if that helps. And so if you have all the add-ons, everything you do just has less satisfaction because you worked for it less. You literally just followed an arrow and, you know, kind of almost cheated in a way. Yeah, I mean, it would be harder. Less people would be 60. People would be way weaker, like me. I'd be way weaker. But eventually I'd figure it out and get strong. I just think, yeah, it would make the game more fun, actually. Just a brand new World of Warcraft. You can keep everything the same. Just change all the quests in the whole world. Just keep the characters the same pretty much and how the game plays. That's actually a good-ass idea. Don't y'all think? That sounds like a sick-ass idea, actually. Literally keep, as far as the character and the gameplay, all the same. Change the world. I mean, you can keep it the same size and shape and everything. Just make it all look different. Flip-flop it around. And the quests. And then make it impossible to have add-ons. And you literally have a brand new, not really, because you already have the outline game. I don't even think it would be that hard to make. And then you could add like some serious Easter eggs in there. I always thought about that. Like, imagine if there was imagine if there was like a legendary item uh, or a quest line or epic items that you could get by doing some crazy elaborate content that nobody even knew is a thing, so they're not even looking for it, but nobody has like found out in like 10 years, right? Like impossible to data mine. And it's like, as a game developer, like 10 years later, you're like, yo, Jim, ain't that crazy how they still never figured that out? You're like, yeah. Or someone found it out 10 years later, even a couple years later, that nobody even knew existed. And it's like, holy crap. And just have like many of those, like super elaborate, right? Where like, you know, every year or so someone like cracked the code and figured it out. I think we got all the quests here now. So this is some of the first times we're getting to play with the Executioner's Cleaver. We got it enchanted. So we're feeling pretty good and pretty strong. I want some more gear. Some more good gear. Mire head fins. Those things are pretty strong. These spiders, dude. Kind of annoying. Oh, that's yeah, we'll do that one. That's all the those little shithead things. Murlocs. Bam. All the tiny little murlocs. I'm just gonna start fighting, killing stuff. Also wanna, you know, get some use out of the Executioner's Cleaver. We could tank RFD if I wanted to. I could use the chest from there. I am starting to get like slightly over leveled for that dungeon. It's so funny because I actually had somebody call me out on, or I mean, they said you're only, because I put a video out about doing a bunch of damage in that dungeon. It was a little bit of a joke. I mean, yeah, I was joking. Like I said, record-breaking damage in RFC. First of all, or RFD. First of all, no one even holds records for that dungeon. So it's like, of course, it's not like a real title I'm claiming. I just got a buddy. But anyways, like, you're over leveled for that and you bought all your gear. What? I just got a green first one. Shitty. But I have not bought like actual gold in hardcore WoW. I've only done that in SOD. And that was at the end of the game too. The reason I did it is because I didn't feel like farming for consumables or for gold to buy consumables with. That just seemed overly annoying to me. That I was gonna go out in the world and kill whatever mobs, like for minimal amounts of gold. And the annoying part about that is there's bots that farm 24/7. So me if I farm for 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm gathering material to sell on the auction house, and these bots are farming for 24 hours. So they're able to occur, anywhere from 8 to 12 times more material than I can. And for them to offload it, they're going to have to drop the prices on all their stuff. So now I have to sell the materials that I went out and farmed for at the same prices that somebody has 8 to 12 times more of that material for. And so, not only am I having to arguably do something that is less fun in the game and farming mobs, but I have to do it at an unfair advantage and sell the stuff for a discount because there's bots that Blizzard can't do anything about. So, I mean, whatever. That is what it is, right? It's like, you can hate me for saying this, like, oh, you buy gold in WoW. But, I mean, the facts are the fucking facts, dude. Like, there's a reason why so many people buy gold in WoW. Do I wish that it didn't make as much sense to do that? Yeah, of course. The game is more fun when you don't have to compete against bots. And, it's just like a social sandbox where, the more work you put in, the more rewarded you get, right? Because then it would be cool, it would take me, it's just an example, if I grind this spot for 20 hours, then I have the amount of gold to buy the epic item. And so that's cool, that's a linear progression. But when you have variables in the equation like bots, it literally makes it so shitty, because it's not the same anymore. Because first of all, the prices that you're gonna pay for your epic is already higher because of all the extra gold injected into the economy that wouldn't be there if it was just players, right? So whether you like that I say that, or you think it's fair of me to say that, or regardless of how you fucking feel about me saying that, it is what it is, and it's a circumstance. And I mean, you can fucking blame me, but for spreading I don't know, awareness or encouraging, or not encouraging. I mean, I encourage people to do it, but people would go as far as getting mad at you for not stopping someone for saying or doing that. Like, I would encourage people, not only encourage people, I'm definitely not gonna stop them if that's what they want to do, because realistically it's a great decision. See, look, there's a mage here, AoE farm or some shit. No, I need, normally you can like invite them to the group and then they can just get the kills for you, but it's a pickup, so I can't do that. So good. This can be like kind of a dangerous area just because a lot of them, there's like a good amount of pats, but we are pretty high level, so it's pretty chill. So we'd be on the high target, the sweeping cleave, so I could bounce back. Okay, now we're not gonna get value out of it anymore, but even having it do that one bounce was just more damage than an auto would have done. So I don't mind using it there. See, if I was just doing it on the, or using the cleave for two low targets, it wouldn't have been worth it. But I got the bounce back, which made it 2 autos. 2 extra autos. How many of these do I need? 12. That's quite a lot. And I'm taking a decent amount of damage for these fuckers being this low. That's kind of shitty. How many of these could I take at one time? I mean, I could probably kill all of those with retail. Anyone dare me to try it? As long as there's no range, I think I could. Does anyone want to see it? Let's see how many pool. 1, 2. That's it? Okay. Okay, bang. I got a swap target. Oh. 2 is easy. I need to see if there's a ranged one. 1, 2. I don't think there is. I mean, I don't even think I need it for this. Oh shit. I don't even like Berserker, but we did switch there. I used all my sweeping, so the other one should be pretty low, huh? Oh, yep, he was. Easy money. I did not use retail on that. 3 at this level, not really worth. What's that? I'll just kill him. I am doing white hits pretty consistently. At 500 DPS. Are my headphones dead or no? Oh, and I feel like this auto went back down. That's crazy. No, and no one told me. That's crazy. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a range one, my guy. I'll get the battle shout up. Put the hammy on him. These little humans like to run. Come on, dude. Jeez, let me get up this fucking mountain. A little fucking hill. Jesus. What the heck? I really want to use my retail, but I don't want range units in there. I mean, I could pull a few to 1 range, but there's a lot of them. So we're not going to do that. Put the little hammy down. Bounce his ass up. What is this? I wonder. It's probably a real person. Yeah. It is Alliance. Probably a real person. Would be my highly educated guess, because I'm highly educated. Like if you just saw me like walking down the street and like a random person asked you and me being another random person, if I look like an educated person, what would your answer be? What do I think your answer would be? I'm gonna change the bitrate again. Would be probably not. Changing the bitrate again. I don't know how much of an impact that is really having. Does anyone know about bit rates and how they work? Like, what is a bit rate actually? I know frames per second is like I guess I don't really know, but it's like the flickering on your screen, how many times per second the frame is projected. So the more, it's just better because it's like less pixelated because there's more frames, like less spaces in the frame, right? But what's the bit rate? Is it like Bitcoin? See, that's education. Mark his ass up too. If it pulls 3, it is what it is. Okay. Yo, it did. It did. Okay. Little triple pull. It's looking good now for what I'm keeping it at. The heck? Oh, that probably pulls 2. Yep. Oh, they're not range, huh? I literally thought they were range. I guess not. Oh no, bitrate higher again now. Let's try lowering it. Let's try this. 4,000. I don't know how good of a number that is, but I want it to be excellent as much as we can get it there. So is a high bit rate better or is a low bit rate better? I do want to do some harder things, but we're going to pull a few. The Hemi, damn, he slowed the shit out of me. Kind of fooled my plan a little bit. We'll pull him, and then we'll pull him too. No way. Is the one I just pulled range? Like, shit. Wait, what's going on with it? I thought I pulled him. Maybe not. What in the world just happened? Maybe it didn't. Alright, I'm gonna go in there. So our bitrate is really good right now. We'll see if it changes. I don't know why I thought that the higher meant it was better, and all I had to do was lower it. And that's kind of been fixing it, I think. Slowly. Okay. We're gonna poop on this dude right here. Oh, do I have any pots that I can use? Yeah, that. I can use this as well. I could use like a dragon breath chili. Anyone dare me to use that on mob farming? Or quest grinding? Oh, let's see. Let's see how many I get here. I mean, I could pretty much take any amount. I think if we get 4, then... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, that one's pulling those. Oh, no. Jesus. Okay, I gotta pull them way back here, because he's gonna pull more. Okay. I mean, this is, I guess I can chain kill them, huh? I didn't even think of, oh, that was dumb. I didn't even think about him running and pulling the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 6. Not at the same time, but in a sequence. Not 5, 1, 2, 3. Is that 2? Yeah, no, that's 2. That was 6. Yeah, with retail we could take 6 at one time. Pretty sure. Okay. I checked and I do have. Let me make these because I would have used them a few times already. So not too many more heads. So we'll grab him and his little buddy over here. Battle shot up. Sweeping. Oh, we're gonna have to get an auto. Okay, now sweeping cleave. Nice. Hand me him. So we don't have to chase him that far. Okay, 2 more heads. Slow that little shitter, see if we can pull it. If there's another one to pull, there's not. So we'll just take him out real quick. My knee was hurting a little bit there, the way I had it sitting. Did anybody see the fight? I did. One more, but I do not want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't. But if you want to watch it, I did make a video and edit it to just the fight scenes. Alright, should I go in and fight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 at once? See, the only problem with doing that is when they get low, they run. And I don't want to have to use all my cooldowns and then they run. We can do 2 easily. Oh, I need a battle shout. We still get a 3 prop. Oh, that's a shitter. So if I had battle shout up, he wouldn't even been able to run. Would have been able to kill him. I wish there wasn't so many right here like this. I just want to use my retail. I'll pull this one. We got sweeping, cleaving strikes up. Any of y'all ever use cleaving strikes? Yeah. Alright, we got 12 now. Okay. The spider one is like kind of annoying. But we'll collect these on the way down here. I kinda like this area. I farmed it a lot in sod. I just like the little whelp links. One of the most expensive items I ever got, and I'm just calling sod classic. It was in phase 2 farming those. I got it was a shoulder for a shadow priest. It was like 18 shadow damage or something like that, or 21 or something like that, but whatever it was like 1 damage off of being bis. And yeah, I mean, I'd never had anything in WoW to where like, cause you know, you see all those things on the auction house. Anybody notice that actually? Like you put something, or like you see all these like super expensive items on the auction house, right? Like the rare ones. And then like you get one and then you try to sell it for that price, and like you're like, the first time you put it up, you're like, okay, maybe like, you know, it costs more, so it takes a little bit longer to sell. But then, like, you know, a week goes by and it's just like not selling. And you're like, okay, like what is this? Like, people just keep it up there for that price and it just doesn't sell, or what, right? So I mean, I definitely had like those experiences a lot, and so I started learning a little bit about, because it was like the way that sod was set up, there would be like, you know, the max level cap would be 40, so it's gonna have like different bis items than, you know, at 60, right? And just depending on like whatever gear the creators put in sod in the raids, how comparable that stuff was to like items you could find in the out in the open world would determine, you know, how much they costed. So that's how, you know, I figured out if I had something that nobody else had and it was like bis or like extremely close to bis, then I could demand like a decent premium for it. But it was like super rare. And so those shoulders, I knew I had something decent when, because I put it up there at like a really crazy price. That I was like, I didn't think anyone was gonna buy, but if they did, it would have been like, heck yeah. But then someone whispered me and gave me an offer for 100 gold. And I'd never had I don't think at that point, I'd never sold anything for 100 gold, not even once. So I knew I had something like kind of decent, and then so I held out. I declined it, and then I had it way higher. That's why I think I had it like something crazy, like 400. But then like a week or 2 weeks went by, so I started getting a little bit nervous. So I ended up selling it for 160. So still more than the dude offered, and it was the most expensive thing I'd ever sold. It's kind of cool. that was the one thing that any of y'all ever played sod? Because that was the one thing that I feel like they needed to do in sod was update the world items. Like there's a few, but there wasn't many. Like yeah, keep them super rare drops, but stuff that would drop in the wild, like even greens and epics or whatnot, like whatever, that would be semi comparable to or at least like maybe previous, right? So like at least if you were farming or something that you had a chance of getting something super valuable, which there wasn't much of that. It was like you were only getting your pre-bis or close to pre-bis from a dungeon, and then even then was almost like not worth it because as soon as you got in the raid, you were gonna replace it, and like all the raid stuff was pretty easy to get anyways. I mean the raids went hard, so and you didn't need the pre-bis to do the raids, so like you could get away with not farming for that type of gear. It would have just been more rewarding, or just give the player base more to do. Like okay, farming's kind of cool now because I have a chance to get this or this, but it'll just make the game end up being only raiding. Which I don't know if anyone's ever raided in WoW, but I mean, it's pretty fun. WoW's the most fun when you're playing with a group and you have a common goal, but that's really hard to find. Extremely hard to find. Because other than that, it just turns into a gross little rat race for gear. Like, it's so crazy to me how two people will be in the same guild and argue and like literally like borderline hate each other over some little shit ass piece of gear. Like, bro, you can get it the next raid, buddy. Like, whoever gets it, right? And then like, unless like, if we're trying to go for like a world first or some speed run or just for an example, I've never done that stuff, but you want to do the smartest thing and gear the tanks and the priests. But if we're just in a casual guild that's gonna be doing this every week, why don't you just make a deal with each other, right? Like, hey, if I get this item or you get this item, then next week I should get it. You cool with that? Then like, because if you don't do that and you go just based on luck, then even if you win it every week and now that guy feels like shit and you're winning every week, or you be in his spot and you lose every week and then he gets all the gear. Like, either way it kind of sucks. Like, what is the mentality? when you're beating a guildie in a roll for gear? Is it like, haha, I fucking beat you, it's my gear? Or are you just like, I mean, this is probably most people right here, like, you don't say anything and you're just like knowing in the back of your head that he wants it, but he didn't win it, and that you're gonna keep rolling on it, and if you keep winning it, you're just gonna keep taking the gear. Let me turn this down, and then keep not saying anything. It's like some little weirdo shit. Kind of irritates the piss out of me. Because, like, I don't know. I would fucking, like, in a pug, who cares? Who gives a fuck? Because when you're in a pug, you already know what you're getting yourself into. It's like everyone roll. But I mean, still, like, bro, if I start winning a lot, and then, like, let's say it's just me and another dude. We're both warriors, and I already won like 2 pieces. I'm taking the second piece only because I know that there's a good chance that there's gonna be even more gear to roll on, and you know, fair enough that I don't want to be the one that wins 1 piece of gear and he wins 2 pieces of gear, right? Because I know there's a good chance that there could be 3 drops for us, right? In this specific scenario with 2 people that I know that could have the probability to roll on these items, right? And so I'll roll on the second one. Then if I win the second one, and I know that there's a solid chance, because you know what the bosses drop, and you know how many bosses you have left, that, dude, like, even in a pug, like, give them the item. But you don't do it because you know that, here's the mentality, you know that you're never gonna see this guy again, so you're like, fuck him, I don't give a fuck. And then it's like, he doesn't know how many times, and then that's what creates a vicious cycle, because I understand that as well too, right? Like, any of y'all ever been into a pug in a raid, and then like there was so many stuff that dropped for you, but you literally lost every single roll, and so you're like, and then the thing was that the last raid you were in, you were actually nice to the person, and you didn't roll on something because, you know, you wanted to hook homie up. But then the next raid you lost every roll, didn't get 1 piece, and you know the raid took 2 hours. You spent a lot of gold on all your consumes. Now you're like, well, fuck this. I don't care. I'm literally never giving anyone. I'm rolling every piece of gear, and I'm not feeling bad every single time I win. And then it turns into that, and then everybody has that literal same mentality, and that's kind of gross. But pugs, you really can't do anything about it. But the game's not meant to be pugged. So, but when that kind of seeps into a guild, that's when it gets really gross. Because here's the thing. I don't know if anyone's ever been in a guild like this, but that raids. But let's say you don't have a complete roster. You know, you need 40 people, but you guys got 30, so you're pugging like 10 a week. You don't, some people would disagree, but you don't have to keep it as open roll just because those 10 new people are joining. What I'm saying is that I mean, that's not fair. What you want to do is narrow it down for them. Hey, look, if X drops, this drops, that drops. Well, I got another idea, but we will let you roll on it with, let's say, 2 people, as opposed to having to roll on it with 10 people, right? So each pug that you let in, you guarantee that when X item, X item, X item drops, um, that they'll only have to roll against 1 or 2, or maybe you can, see, eventually when your gear, even more so when your gear, even if you're pugging 10 people, your gear has, or your guild has some gear. Now you can start, like, because there's, it ends up becoming items that you don't need anymore, so you can literally just, like, 100% guarantee that to them. So now, like especially from a pug perspective, it's like, oh, I mean, I'll take a guaranteed piece of gear if it drops over having a roll against 10 people every single day, because I know, from doing raids a bunch of times, I know there's a solid chance that if I have to roll against a lot of people, I'm coming out with nothing, right? I don't like when people invite me to a guild and they don't say anything. You gotta say something. So, but then when you don't have that, and now it's almost like your guild is pugging every single week, because it's actually worse than pugging at that point, because several weeks down the line, now you guys all have gear, so there's only key items that you need. So now, not only are the pugs getting a bunch of free shit, which the reason why when you have pugs come in, you can make it to where, you can reserve shit. Not even reserve shit, just you can say, hey, we're doing a loot council, but if this, and this drops, or what do you need? You can make deals like that because you're putting in the work, you're putting the group together. You guys have gear. You're the one that's going to make sure you guys finish it. Good luck pugging. You know how that goes, right? So, I mean, it's a better deal for them anyways. But I forgot what I was saying about the guild. Oh, yeah, you already have pieces. So now your chances are getting less and less because your pugs every single week, the pieces you don't have are going to be the rarest pieces, like the weapons and stuff like that. Oh shit, what the fuck is going on? I'm like stuck. I don't want to fight that thing. And so they're going to be rolling on that every single week. And so now the one time it drops, you lose it to a pug. So that rare weapon only drops once every 8 weeks. Now, because you let a pug roll on it, you gotta wait a whole nother 8 weeks. So it's gonna be a minimum 16 weeks. By that point, another phase is gonna be out, and the shit's almost useless. Like, so it's just kind of sucks. And that's why I say being in a guild that has a purpose, right, is better. I mean, the purpose doesn't have to be, speed run, world domination, world first, but hey, every week we just want, our goal is to get better and better. Just keep beating our times. That's it, right? And that sounds like a pretty fucking fun goal to me, because that's progression. Everyone gets better, You're kind of like working together, right? If that's everybody's goal and everybody agrees on that, then gearing decisions are like, what? Yeah, like what? Why are you even asking me if I'm okay with the tank getting this item first? Like, yeah, dude, we need to do that to get a better time in this raid. That is and that's more fun. Like, like, oh man, we beat this boss by 3 seconds faster than last week. That's a lot more fun to me than, heck yeah, I outrolled 5 people on this piece of gear that we all wanted, and now my DPS is gonna go up by 6. Like, okay. And like the vast majority of people, have any of you guys ever pugged in raids? Yeah. So you know that's how the shit goes. Because I was almost in a situation, because I know there are guilds out there like that, and that, I mean, I bet, I'm willing to bet that the most successful guilds are like that. Okay, we're just gonna do the whelps. Cause I was in a guild and they were pretty strong. It was a good guild. I did I mean, maybe they were too good for my current skill level at the time, but that's probably the case. But like, I'm parsing purple and they're wanting orange, and I wasn't the worst one on the squad, but there was somebody that played the same role as me that he was better than me. So I lost my spot for that guy, which was kind of messed up. Cause like, no one, you know, I'm a loyal guy. When I rock with a team, like, I really rock with a team, and that's my team. Like, it's almost to the point of detriment to where, I will, when it comes to loyalty, I will let, I don't want to fight too, especially if it's a range one. I'll let a little bit of emotions get in there, like, I fuck with this guy because, we've been rocking for a while. And so, I'm a loyal guy. That's the point. And to me, that's a really good attribute. Like, if I'm, building a business, or, trying to get production done, or if I have a team, right? I'm building a team. Loyalty is such a valuable asset to have, right? Because you don't need to worry, like, oh, is he gonna get poached, and whatnot. Like, loyalty is something that is hard for people to gain, or learn, or just change or learn. But skill is easy to teach. That's something that can be acquired. So the leader of the guild, I would say, is not a great leader because he doesn't understand that. And so I told him, I broke it down to him. Then he never kicked me, but because he benched me, I left. I was not, and like I said, I was not even the worst one on the current roster. Just the guy that was in the same position as me was outperforming me. But I was parsing like an 87, and he was just one of those freak ass 98, 99 parsers. So, just so you know, I wasn't like shitty. I'm still like top 13%, right? But whatever. He took the top 1%. Yeah, I get it, but there had to be another way for him, because what I offered to the team was better, in my opinion. I mean, that guy, I don't really know the other guy. I mean, I guess he could have been, like, you know, loyal as well. But I'm saying the odds are against that because it's more of a rare trait. But let's just say he wasn't, then, you know, I'd rather have the loyal guy that I can teach the skill to than just the skill guy. So, oh shit. Would anyone agree with that? But I did like it. You know, I would get a piece of gear here and there. I wasn't really worried about it. I never even paid attention to what dropped. I was just focused on, you know, having fun, trying to do my best. And I had fun with it. Like, and it felt good, actually. It was like, damn, yeah, you know, we're pretty strong, like, as a team. Like, I like that. We are a pretty good guild. So that was one of the best experiences until you know, I just like randomly got benched and I'm like, yo, and then he was like, just said some fucking bullshit. It was kind of like, yeah, he didn't really give me a good like explanation. Oh yeah, he said we're just gonna try this guy out. Yeah, that's what he said. Just like, okay, so yeah, kind of, yeah, he was a pussy. He could even tell me the truth, because really, he was replacing me, because the guy was a 99 parser and I was an 87. Not we're gonna try him out. You already know, like, he was on the B team. You already know what his parses are like. What do you mean try him out? Like, you know how he's gonna perform. You know why you're switching. You're getting rid of me for him. Like, yeah, that's some weak ass shit right there. I hate that shit. Is that called passive aggressive? Dude, I want to fight both of these. I think I can. Is that called passive aggressive? Does anyone know? If that's what it is, then yeah, I hate that shit. Like, say what you mean. Like, you can say exactly what you mean without being a dick. All you have to do is preface it. You can literally say, and this is kind of just stuff you learn in sales, but you can literally say, hey, look, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything like that, but the goal of our team is for this, and, you know, whatever. I don't, I don't know. I mean, he probably didn't know my situation, but I mean, see, that's the thing. He didn't even take the time to understand my situation. Never once asked me any questions. So I just think that's a bad leader. You have to understand your team's motivations, and it has to align. Their goals and the team's goals and your goals all have to align. The only way to even, and most people will literally say what you want them to say, or what you're hoping they'll say. Most people will. But you have to ask. And if you don't ask, then they definitely won't say that or feel that way, 100%. Because people do want to know that you give a fuck. So yeah, I definitely say that he did not run it that well, the guild. But I did learn things of how a good guild. I mean, I would just take all the good points of what he did, how guild would be ran. But after that, I didn't. That's soon after that I quit sod because I didn't feel like working my way up another tree, you know, week after week, and then that's the thing, like you earn the spot too, you know. Like like to to be a great leader, you have to be a great teammate. To teach, you have to be able to learn. And so I pride myself as because I would like to be a good leader. So I know therefore that I need to make sure that I'm a good learner, right? So always when I have a position that I want to be in, or I guess I would be an authority figure at that point, that I act as if I would want someone, working for me or being on my team, that I'm coaching or something like that. Just to make it easier, just make the transition smoother. I was never once late. I always had my consumables. I don't like I don't really I don't get interpersonal with people in the game, and if I do, there never ends up being drama, because the only way that would happen is if someone tried to start drama with me. Then I would literally just think they're retarded, and it'd be kind of a funny thing instead of turning into like a whole mess. So like I'm always zero issue, zero problem Andy. So it's like if you had a team of 30 of me, then that's a good team. That's a good raid group, right? That's what I aim for. And anyways, so I left SOD because it was it's boring. Don't want to pug, and I was in another guild because I had 360s, and then that was kind of like I explained earlier. That was a guild with a rat race of gear. These things kind of freaking hit, dude. Gosh dang. And then I started playing hardcore because I just wanted the challenge. I just wanted to see if I could do it. Because I remember when I first heard about hardcore, it was when I first really started playing WoW. Saw it, I was like, yo, that's insane. Like, how the fuck are people doing that? That's literally crazy. Because I remember how much I died in the beginning of playing SOD. I was like, wait, what? People are playing this out dying? And then yeah, by the time I was done playing SOD, pretty much a full year, then I figured that I could probably do it. I didn't know 100%. That's why I did it. I just wanted the challenge. Cause now I don't think it's hard, but before I started to do it, I felt like getting 60 was a super hard thing. And so that's why I did it. Wanted to do something hard. So that's cool. What about y'all? What's the last thing that you did or that you challenged yourself to do that doesn't matter if anybody else thought it was hard, that you believed it was hard? That's the only thing that matters. Fuck everybody else when it comes to that. You know, fighting these little well blades is hard. Jeez, man. They do a lot of damage. Kinda understanding why people say a warrior leveling sucks. Because these things are about my level and I'm taking massive damage. But then we can take these two at once and it's like not that hard, so. Dun-dun-dun. Bounce, and then we do it again. Bounce. See if a whelpling came at me, actually that'd be bad right now, for sure. I think I can still beat it, but it still kind of sucks. Nice. So I'm pretty sure I fixed the bitrate issue I was having somehow. Magically. It's crazy. I've been playing a lot less WoW recently since I've been working on content creation. Actually, crazy fact, I don't know if any of y'all get hyper obsessive about shit, but let's say for 3 months played WoW every single day without skipping a day for sure. It was like the main thing I'd do during the day. And then like a week and a couple days ago I started creating content, and there've been a few days so I didn't even hop on the game. Actually, the only reason I hop on the game is for content now. I probably wouldn't play it if it wasn't for that right now, because I'm obsessed with making content. It would be cool to have I mean, that would be insane to have like a hardcore guild, hardcore raiding guild. Oh my gosh. Dealing with the deaths. And then when you're in a guild that is expecting you to raid with them, the pressure of you living is even higher. It'd be cool, but it'd be a lot of work. And like I was saying earlier, it would definitely have to be for a common goal that the whole guild was like-minded about. And I think that's probably the best goal to have. Just to do better than you did the previous week. But I do think the parsing system needs to be updated. Actually rewritten. I think it needs to be a scoring system that includes reaction time mechanics. So that's like one part of it, right? You don't solely get scored off of any of these categories singularly. It's a total combination of everything. But that's one, you know, it's a video game, that is important. Two, which is a stat not currently reflected but is important, is the utility roles. So I don't know too much about healing, but like this guy was just to reflect the skill of this healer knew instinctively how much his heals would do, how much damage the boss was going to do. So with the timing, there's X amount less over heals, and you know, just like everything, a full calculation of that, right? This we'll go with the tank, right? Because the only measuring stick they use now is damage. So they could do the tank dodged the fire, so therefore he was able to take less heals from the priest, and because the priest didn't have to heal the tank in that specific moment, then this hunter didn't die because the priest could heal him now. Therefore, that actually increased the speed at which they completed the raid, right? So just like so many more factors than damage, because if you go just based on damage, that's annoying. So now it's like you want to be in cahoots with the healer to just heal you because you're not going to dodge anything. You're just going to sit there and do as much as damage as you can. Which is like, I don't know. I guess people think that's fun. You know what? They don't think it's fun. The only thing they think is fun is having a high number on the parse meter. That's literally it. Fuck. Don't come here. Holy crap, that was almost not good. I would have had to, no. Yeah, I'd have to dummy and swift pot there, I think. I don't know. Maybe I could beat them with retail. But I was at 1,700. I don't know. And then like you'd have to make your decision like pretty fast too. You're either gonna have to full on commit to fighting, or commit to throwing the dummy and swifting. Because you don't want to throw the dummy and commit to swift potting too late, because if you do that and then you run into another mob, you die. So you need to have a good amount of health. That was a weird little situation. Like watching me play, it looks like, you know, pretty comfortable. Like, okay, he's not gonna die. Like he's in zero danger, right? For the most part. Then a situation like that, like that's pretty close to death, right? One more mistake there, and I'm dead. And then I quit WoW and break my computer. I'm gonna kill them. We got a rage mob. Alright, we're gonna hunt them down. I think there's no ads. I got decent health. I got rage. Let's go. Big fucking damage. Pretty beast ass warrior. Oh, I didn't realize they're part of the quest that I'm finishing, so. Huh. I literally thought I was killing them just to get them out the way. Last online 3 days ago. Oh, I wonder if he died again. Nice, I'm so happy. My bit rate has been good. Jeez, man. These things. I wanna be the very strongest warrior there ever was. To clear all the raids is my real test. To beat speed clear them is my cause. I just done that one. See, that would be really cool to do, and I really want to do it, but the only problem is that Blizzard is gatekeeping the content. Cause I've never done Nax, and doing it in hardcore I know is hard. So that would be a fun goal to accomplish on my bucket list. I guess I'll just kill it. There is a big dragon. That pats around this thing that I gotta watch out for. Crazy thing is, I'd never once, and I farmed here a lot, and saw that dragon one time. So that means they like killed it every single time. People were freaks in that game, Sod, when it came out. Like, there was never a rare mob alive, like damn near ever. Like all these little dragons, like anything was just always gone. Like people were literal freaks in that game. Alright, I'm gonna pack it up right here. I appreciate anyone that tuned in. Thank you so much. I'm getting pretty tired and hungry. I still gotta do my push-ups and stuff for the second workout of the day. Well, I appreciate anyone that tuned in. The live streams, you can catch any of them. They're on YouTube. I also have the Warrior Gearing Guide on there as well. I go in depth on a guide to for the gear that you can wear on the Warrior, on all the way up. So like literally level 10 through goes all the way up to 53, and why you want to do it, how it can save you money or gold and stuff like that, and then some little like entertaining videos here and there. But I'm gonna close it out now. Appreciate anyone who stopped by. Y'all have a good one. Peace.